Hello everybody, this is the Retro No Cap Recap. The Curse of Oak Island, Season 7, Episode 13, called Bromancing the Stones. Never leaving Oak Island alone. Originally aired February 11th, 2020. If you've missed any of my recaps of previous or future episodes, there's a link to my Oak Island playlist in the upper right. Let's get into it. Previously, on the Curse of Oak Island, people have been looking for an incredible treasure for 229 years. To begin the episode, Rick shows Tom Nolan the paved area, which is now much more uncovered. Tom says that there's no way it is a natural formation. Tom's father, Fred Nolan, spent 50 years investigating the island and had long believed the swamp was man-made after finding survey stakes in it. They take a closer look by walking on the paved area, and Tom says his father would be amazed by it. Unfortunately, never having the resources available to drain and dig the swamp at this level. Rick says that geoscientist Dr. Ian Spooner will be visiting to take another look now that the paved area is drier and more uncovered. In the war room, Rick informs Marty and other members of the team of the visit he and Doug took to Fortress Lewisburg in the previous episode. Built in the early 1700s, the original features include this drainage system, which could be similar to the flood tunnels on Oak Island. Not shown in the previous episode was this picture of some original foundation structure on the bottom compared with the Oak Island swamp paved area above. Also not shown previously is this cart with 5-foot high wheels. Something similar could have been used to transport something using the paved area. Rick and Billy meet Dr. Spooner in the swamp at the paved area. The good doctor says conclusively that the paved area is man-made because of this stick underneath / between these two rocks. The rocks can't have been laid out naturally by glaciers because if they were, there would be no stick because there were no trees growing. He goes on to say that he thinks it's very old, at least predating the 1795 discovery of the money pit, but could be much older. Dr. Spooner will get the stick carbon dated to give an approximate construction date on the paved area. While Billy continues excavating around the paved area to see where it leads, Gary and Jack arrive to metal detect the spoils. No metal is detected, but Billy uncovers what is possibly an extension of the paved area. If so, that would mean it's at least as big as the highlighted area in this image. Surveyor Steve Guptill finds that the newly found rocks are 1 foot below sea level. The paved area is 2 feet below sea level. Gary suspects that the paved area extends all the way to the eye of the swamp where he found a circle of stones previously. Billy will continue excavating. While awaiting carbon dating of wood brought up from a core that is possibly the side of the original money pit shaft, the team continues to drill in the money pit area. At 125 feet underground, the core reveals loose virgin soil from a borehole 5 feet from the previous one. The fact that it is loose means there must have been digging nearby. Rick Laird and members of the team return to the Dartmouth Heritage Museum 52 miles northeast of Oak Island now that digging permits have been obtained. They're following up on reports that the original 90-foot stone discovered at that depth in the original money pit shaft was placed in the backyard here. As Billy begins excavating a 20 by 20 square at the museum, Gary and Jack are metal detecting near the eye of the swamp. Gary finds this iron pickaxe and says it's the type used for tunneling because the picks are shorter. Previous core samples from the swamp revealed hard-packed clay that would have been fairly easy to tunnel through. In the same hole is part of a round point spade. Gary says, "We're in the old tool shed." At the Dartmouth Museum, the team finds plenty of rocks, but none in the size and shape of the 90-foot stone. Back on Oak Island in the war room, the carbon dating of the wood thought to perhaps be from the original money pit shaft is 1626 to 1680. It was brought up from a core at the end of the shaft 2 tunnel that flooded and collapsed after it almost intersected the original money pit shaft. 1680 is significant because it is 115 years before the discovery of the money pit and also precisely matches Dr. Spooner's date of human activity in the eye of the swamp that was determined by vegetation in core samples. I'll be continuing retro no-cap recaps of Seasons 7 and 8 during the fall. Seasons 1 through 6 and 9 through 11 are already done and are in my Oak Island playlist, so you can catch up before Season 12 starts. Season 12 of The Curse of Oak Island will begin airing November 12, 2024, and I'll be posting no-cap recaps of the new episodes Tuesdays late nights as they air. I'm also doing retro no-cap recaps of Seasons 2 through 4 of The Secret of Skinwalker Ranch. Seasons 1 and 5 are all done and are in the Skinwalker Ranch playlist. Thanks so much for watching. Please subscribe, like, and comment. Siempre avanti.